Good evening and welcome to the Township of Chatham Township Committee meeting for August the 18th, 2016. Greg, has adequate notice been given?
Yes, adequate notice of this meeting of the Township Committee was given as required by the Open Public Meetings Act as follows. Notice was given to both the Chatham Courier and the Morris County Daily Record on January 8th, 2016. Notice was posted on the bulletin board in the main hallway of the municipal building on January 8th, 2016. And notice was filed with the Township Clerk on January 8th, 2016.
Thank you. Would you all please stand for the flag salute? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Gallup?
Here.
Mr. Kelly?
Here.
Mrs. Schwartz?
Here.
Deputy Mayor Sullivan?
Here.
Mayor Ritter?
Here. Do you have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Is there a second? Second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
First, before we begin the meeting, we have a very special occasion recognizing a woman who has been a tremendous asset to the Township of Chatham, Alice Lunt, who recently celebrated her 100th birthday. Grateful for you to be here tonight. An example of what individuals can do and give to their community, not only in service as clerk and volunteering throughout the township over the years. A great example for everyone and truly commendable. I don't know if I'm going to read the proclamation first, and you can offer a few words, and then we'll do a photo. Speaking with Alice beforehand, she actually indicated she actually created this flag over here years ago, and it's just a small example of her touches and her presence here in our chambers. So we thank you again for all that you've done for our community, and if we can all see ourselves here in years to come and being recognized for similar deeds. So thank you again. Whereas Alice Lunt was appointed to the office of Township Clerk in July 1964, and as the Township's first administrator in 1975, and served in both roles until her retirement after 35 years in 1989. And whereas Alice is co-founder of the Art League of the Chathams, and whereas Alice is a charter member of the Gloria Dei Lutheran Church congregation, and whereas Alice was a member and treasurer of the Library of the Chathams Board of Trustees for 20 years, and whereas Alice also served as the president of the Historical Society of Chatham Township, and whereas Alice is a founding member of the Senior Services Center of the Chathams, and whereas Alice was a member and treasurer of the Board of Adult School of the Chathams, Madison and Florham Park, and whereas Alice served as a trustee of the Glenwood Housing Corporation, which provided oversight of the township's affordable housing development, and whereas Alice has been a pillar of the community and has shown remarkable strength, intelligence, grace, and kindness during a life well lived, and whereas Alice celebrated her 100th birthday on August 10th, 2016. Now therefore I, Kurt Ritter, Mayor of the Township of Chatham, do hereby recognize and thank Alice Lunt for her dedication and service to the Chatham community, and urge our residents to join me in wishing her a happy 100th birthday. Now it might be a little late, but I don't know if you all want to join me in singing happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Alice. Happy birthday to you. Would you like to come up and say a few words? And then we'll come down and we'll join you for a photo.
Well, thank you for remembering me, because I really did love working for the township. And I just had to stick around for one purpose, and that was to complete the furnishings of this building. And it was like a labor of love, really. But I did think it was a bit of a leap of faith when I picked out peach cherry, but they held up very nicely, very colorful. So thank you for being such good caretakers of the building. And I think the Township Committee, past and present, has done a lot. And I just ask that you continue the policies that have made this township the best place in the world to live. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Do any of the other committee members want to say anything?
Alice, I would just like to say what an abject pleasure it has been getting to know you over the past few years, both in township government and through the senior center and so many, and in ShopRite.
Yeah, I can't ShopRite.
And just through so many avenues of learning of your dedication to this township. And that's what we all purport to do up here, but you have exemplified it and you've lived it, and we're all so grateful. I'm personally grateful for your friendship, and I think we all are. So thank you ever so much. Happy birthday and congratulations.
Alice, I just want to say, is on behalf of the Historical Society and the library, as a member of the library trustees and a member of the Historical Society, many of the members could not be here tonight because they're traveling. But when the word went out from both near and far, many extended their wishes. Carl Woodward from Texas, Trip von Hoffman sailing the 7 seas somewhere up by the Cape, and many others. So everyone is thanking you. Everyone wishes you well, and certainly Martha Wells, who recently had surgery. Hopefully she's watching on TV tonight and extending her well wishes also, and birthday wishes. So thank you, and I think as Karen said, you know, you've left your imprint on this town in so many places. It's made it easy for us to take credit for the wonderful town that it is, but much of it is due to the imprint that you left, so thank you.
I guess we'll come down.
Oh, nice. You're all in home. Real deal.
How about previous administrator, current administrator? Generation spanning the gap.
Unfortunately, Alice, you've made it impossible for me to ever be considered the best administrator.
Come on. Walk me back. Yes. Okay.
All right, we'll move on now to reports, and I guess before we move on, I should belatedly welcome our former mayors, Nicole Hagner and Bailey Brower, here as well. So thank you for joining us. We'll start off with reports. Mike?
Thank you, Kurt. Just a reminder that the Open Space Committee is having a work day at our Hillside Avenue Trail on September 10th. It had originally been scheduled for August 27th, but I think the Open Space Committee was scared off by this heat wave that everybody would keel over if we had it in August. So it's pushed back to September 10th. That's a Saturday. It's an 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Effort, but people are not expected to be there the whole time. Just please come, do a little help building the new trail on the property there. and if you could bring gloves, and also, we appreciate if you brought any clippers, saws, garden rakes, or wheelbarrows would be helpful as we spread wood chips and outline what's going to be the new trail on that property that's open space for the township. That's it, Mayor.
How's the community garden? We're reaping all the...
The rabbit?
The community garden couldn't be better.
Yeah.
The rabbit seems to be out. I think the community garden has made some improvements on the fencing, and I think it caught the rabbit outside as opposed to catching him inside.
Nice.
So,
Nice. Thank you. Bob?
Sure, I'm joint rec for fall sports. Sign up is in August, so any of the young kids watching, and for the moms and dads, fall sports sign up is deadline ends very shortly, so you want to hop on that. Pilgrim Pipeline, it's been a while since we met, but we do have 15 towns that have signed up for the joint legal fund, so that should get underway shortly. So it was nice that we did get the 15 that we needed to get that rolling.
Great. Thank you, Bob. Karen?
Yep, a couple of notes. Our Chatham Senior Center is on vacation or at the close of business tomorrow. They will not reopen until Wednesday, September 7th. The bus will run only on Thursdays in August the 25th and September 1st. The September newsletter for the Senior Center is already online. There's plenty of interesting information, valuable information, so please make sure you visit chathamseniorcentral.org for the September newsletter and start planning your busy calendar accordingly, especially now while the center is closed for vacation. The Environmental Commission is starting to put together an event called Water and Wine, which is going to be addressing the safety of our water supply. It's been a concern for a number of communities. We have had one reassurance after another that we have no danger to our water supply, but it's something that impacts communities far and wide. So we are expected to have representatives from Garden State Labs, New Jersey American Water, the Great Swamp Watershed, and others. Thursday, October 13th in the evening is going to be the save the date for Water and Wine. One of our new Environmental Commission members, Peter Gallagher, is spearheading it, and I think it's a great idea, bringing communities together. It's not just limited to Chatham Township, but all of us in the area. Our Department of Public Works is making the transition already, believe it or not, between summer and fall. They are continuing to have a crew daily at Colony for regular grounds maintenance. The road crews continue to respond to drainage, and especially now in mosquito season, we want to make sure that there's not too much standing water out there. They're working with our tree services to mitigate the effect of severe weather on trees and limbs. Of course, if any situation is dangerous, specifically power lines, but regardless, call it in any time that you suspect a dangerous situation. They are working on getting the crosswalks painted for back to school on our township roads and preparing the playing fields for fall sports already. So that's what I have, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. Kevin?
I have nothing for today.
Great. Just a couple of items. One is Colony Pool Club continues to do very well this summer, increased attendance, and more recently we announced a staycation, which is encouraging any residents as well as non-residents to consider joining the pool for the last few weeks of summer. From August 19th through Labor Day, residents can become members for a family at $150, and non-residents is $250. So still a great deal. 200? 200 even. Okay. It's non-residents. Encourage anyone who's interested, go on Community Pass or go to the Colony Pool website, thecolonypoolclub.org. Other item I want to talk about is just an update on our Out of the Darkness Suicide Prevention Walk, which is slated for Saturday, September 24th, around 9 a.m. at the high school. We had an original goal of about $10,000. We've already exceeded that goal, nearing $12,000. Nearly 100 walkers registered as well. Special thanks to Len Resto, Valerie Ulp, and Police Officer Anthony Laporto, who have helped spearhead sponsors and organizing the walk itself. It looks to be a very successful event thus far. Encourage anyone who has an interest in participating either as an individual or as a team. They can go to the website www.afsp.org/ChathamTWP. John?
Thank you, Mayor. Since our last meeting, we did receive 2 construction bids. The first one was for the Wickham Woods Phase 2 drainage improvements. A low bid was submitted by PM Construction, and the bid was within budget. And so there is a recommendation and a resolution on the consent agenda. It's Resolution 168 to award that project to PM Construction. If you recall, PM Construction actually was the contractor who constructed Contract 1 of the sewer project, and so he's familiar with the neighborhood, he's familiar with this type of work, because he actually installed the same under drain system within the sewer portion, so I wouldn't anticipate any issues with the contractor, so looking forward to having it done quickly. The second bid was Colony Pool. Unfortunately, the bids did come in higher than anticipated. We budgeted $250,000 for that project, and the bids came in just over $300,000. And I did reach out to the contractors, listen to them and why they felt the bids came in at where they did. Some of the concerns that they had, I did prepare a rebid, and we did go out to rebid, and we're going to be receiving bids September 1st, so we're hoping that we can award that contract the first meeting in September. Some of the things that they raised, what they were concerned about, the excess material, that the way the contract was written, that I put all the burden on them. If it's found to be contaminated or spoils, they had to dispose of it, and items like that. So I did, instead of having just one lump sum cost, I broke it up into some unit prices, so some if and where directives to kind of take off the risk associated with the contractor bid on, which I don't think is a risk. I don't think there's any suspect of any contaminated soils or anything being encountered when they build it, but at least take some of the risk away, which I believe is going to reduce the cost to within budget. So hopefully in the first meeting in September we can award that. And the last project, which is active, is the electrical improvements affiliated with the emergency generator at the municipal building. We did advertise for that project, and we should be receiving bids mid-September. Excuse me? September 22nd.
Great, thank you, John. Tom?
Good.
Good, okay. We'll now move on to a hearing of citizens. This is an opportunity for any member of the public to be heard about issues which are not topics scheduled for public hearing tonight. To help facilitate an orderly meeting and to permit all to be heard, speakers are asked to limit their comments to 3 minutes.
Nicole Hagner, 396 River Road. I really just wanted to, again, comment on Alice Lawrence. Anybody who ever worked with you or got to know you certainly wouldn't have forgotten you. You're the most impressive, energetic, warm-hearted person that anybody could ever know. And certainly I don't think people appreciate how much you really have done for this community. So I just wanted to make sure those who are watching, and I know everybody up here definitely appreciates everything you've done. And just an incredible person. I'm glad I got to know you and who you came from.
Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you. Let's see, do I have anything else? I don't have any complaints. Potholes or anything else on your mind? No? I think that's it. Yeah, no, I'm good. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Nicole.
Thank you, Nicole.
Anyone else? All right, seeing no one else come forward, we'll move on to the consent agenda. Greg, do you want to read those off for us, please?
This evening, we have Resolution 2016-159, payment of bills, 2016-160, receipt of reports, 2016-161, approving meeting minutes, 2016-162, approving executive session minutes, 2016-163, refunding overpayment of taxes, 2016-164, settlement of tax appeal, 2016-165, rejection of bids and authorizing rebidding for Colony Pool concrete wall replacement project, 2016-166, refunding permit fee, 2016-167, reducing performance bond for Valley Estates at Chatham, 2016-168, awarding contract for Wickham Woods Phase 2 Drainage Improvements Project, 2016-169, appointing police officer, 2016-170 Colony Pool refund, and 2016-171 renewal of liquor license.
Thank you, Greg. Is there any comments or discussions on the consent agenda? A motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Gallup?
Yes, to all.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Mrs. Schwartz?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Sullivan?
Yes.
And Mayor Ritter.
Yes. We'll now open it up for another hearing of citizens, if anyone would like to come forward. All right, we're going to be...
You haven't thought of anything else to say in all that time?
Oh, there we go. We're on target for the shortest meeting ever. This will be the longest meeting.
Trying to preserve,
Yeah.
just trying to preserve the record.
Ed needed a quote.
Alice's birthday. Such a warm affair. Those of us who were honored enough to be there saw the extent of the people that she reached out and touched over the years, and there wasn't, I think there wasn't a dry eye in the room when they got through extolling of all of the wonderful things that Alice has had a hand in. I was particularly honored to have known the Lunt family from basically the time they moved into the town. And Taz worked with Marvin in the Town and Country Swim League, so there's been a family relationship that's gone on, as well as that wonderful official relationship that's come with this town. And to recognize what you said, Mayor Ritter and Kevin, what town is so fortunate to have someone like this who's added so much to it and has made all of our lives better. And as I said at the party, this town would never have been what it is today without people like Alice, and particularly Alice, who gave what she did to the community and all of the residents. So thank you, Alice, on behalf of those of us who have known you for so long, and thank you, Tom, for letting me make a comment.
Thank you, Bailey. Greg, would you like to read the executive session resolution, please?
Resolution 2016-P-12, resolution of the Township Committee of the Township of Chatham in the County of Morris, State of New Jersey, authorizing conference of the Township Committee with the public excluded, whereas NJSA 10:4-12 of the Open Public Meetings Act permits the exclusion of the public from a meeting in certain circumstances, and whereas the Township Committee of the Township of Chatham is of the opinion that such circumstances presently exist, now therefore be it resolved by the Township Committee of the Township of Chatham, County of Morris, State of New Jersey as follows. 1, the public shall be excluded from discussion of the specified subject matter. 2, the general nature of the subject matter to be discussed is as follows. Pending litigation in the matter of the Township of Chatham for a judgment of compliance of its third round housing element and fair share plan, docket number MRS-L-1659-15. Litigation, T-Mobile Northeast LLC versus Township of Chatham. Property acquisition or investment options, open space. And personnel. It is anticipated that the minutes on the subject matter of the executive session will be made public upon conclusion of the matter under discussion, and in any event when appropriate pursuant to NJSA 10:4-7 and 4-13. The committee will come back into regular session and may take further action. This resolution shall take effect immediately.
Thank you, Greg. Do you have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Gallup?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Mrs. Schwartz?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Sullivan?
Yes.
Mayor Ritter?
Yes.